What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer once he hangs the gloves up, should I say, and is an undisputed champion. And I believe in 2 weeks he'll be a two-time undisputed super middleweight world champion. And I'm talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez. He had an interesting sit-down with Mike Coppinger of Now the Ring magazine. And Canelo Alvarez is 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. 34 years of age. He'll be 35. And he's going into a showdown May 3rd in Saudi Arabia with William Skoll to regain his recapture his IBF title, right? With that said, Canelo Alvarez, obviously, the big fight is already on the table. It's already done, just waiting to happen, right? Get announced, happen, start the build-up. And that's between himself and another first ballot Hall of Famer, another 4-division world champion, another pound-for-pound king, another undisputed world champion, but he's a 2-division undisputed world champion, undefeated pound-for-pound king, Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford is 41 wins, no losses, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. Terrence Crawford is and will be, by the time this fight happens, just a week or so, 2 weeks out from being 38 years of age, right? Terrence Crawford switches from southpaw to orthodox. Terrence Crawford is 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Canelo's 5'7" with a 70-inch arm reach. Canelo, in 2013, he fought against arguably the greatest fighter in boxing history and former pound-for-pound king, pay-per-view king, who had 3 separate careers. The man formerly known as Pretty Boy, then known as Money, now known as TBE, and Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather was 36 going on 37, undefeated fighter and the pound-for-pound king, coming up in weight, smaller guy. And Canelo got schooled, okay? Canelo Alvarez lost every single round to Floyd Mayweather. Every single round. He got schooled. He got taken to school. And ironically now, Canelo Alvarez is stating that in his interview that he felt like he wasn't ready for the Floyd Mayweather fight. He always felt like he wasn't ready, but things happened. Trying to indicate that he was forced into this Mayweather fight. No, you wasn't forced into it. I remember the interviews. I remember you saying Floyd was ducking you. You was fighting on his undercards, and you was saying you wasn't going to fight on no more of his undercards until he agreed to fight you. You wasn't forced into that Floyd Mayweather fight. You had 5 title defenses and a unification bout against the second best fighter in your division in Austin Trout. No, sir. You wasn't forced into that fight, right? You wanted that fight. You said you was taking back the dates. Cinco de Mayweather and Mexican Independence Day, the 2 Mexican dates that Floyd Mayweather made even more popular than what they was. You said you was taking back the dates. Face off, you didn't want to shake his hand, you didn't want to hold the belts with him. Come on, you wanted that fight, but you got schooled. And I told you guys when this conversation was first brought up and starting to become a reality in the eyes of many between himself and Terrence Crawford, that Canelo Alvarez viewed this fight with Terrence Crawford a lot like the Floyd Mayweather fight, and he did not want the fight. He did not want the fight because he don't like the style matchup, right? And he confirmed that in this interview with Mike Coppinger. He stated that Mike Coppinger said, do you feel like this is a matchup that can help you rectify what took place with Floyd Mayweather, because the similarities in Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather? And he says, absolutely. He wants to show the world that he's a completely different fighter from 2013 than he is currently right now as it stands. And so he wants to get the opportunity to prove it, but obviously he don't want to get too deep into that because he wants to handle business with William Skoll first, because if you don't handle business with William Skoll, it's pointless, right? But I told you guys, and then remember, he also made the statement where after Terrence Crawford beat Israel Majimov in his debut at 154 pounds, right? that I told you guys that Terrence Crawford, in the eyes of Canelo, showed vulnerability. And that's what Canelo stated, right? He stated that, Terrence Crawford is more of a fight that he's looking forward to now because Terrence Crawford is not moving so much when he watched the Israel Majima fight. He views Terrence Crawford in the same light, in the same way he views the Floyd Mayweather fight. Hence the reason why he had no interest in this fight, and he kept telling the world, right, that Terrence Crawford was too small, he wasn't interested, so on and so forth. That was an excuse. And now he feels like Terrence Crawford is older. He's more stationary. He'll be easier to hit. And now he's open to the fight, not to mention His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh made it worth his while. Right? So, with that said, he says that he believes that this is an opportunity to show the world he's a different fighter from 2013. And as I told you guys, I think that this is not an opportunity for him to show the world. I think the opposite is going to happen. I think that Terrence Crawford is going to expose the fact that he still has those same flaws. He just got better at choosing his opponents. Period. Did he get better? Absolutely. 1,000%. Did he get better with dealing with that style because we saw it against Erislandy Lara? Nope. He still struggles with that same style. And Terrence Crawford, the problem is he wasn't dealing with fighters that can push the envelope for all 12 rounds. See, he was getting outboxed and having issues with Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant faded in the second half. He lost, arguably, to Erislandy Lara, but they didn't give Lara the nod. You see where I'm going with this? Terrence Crawford is not them. He's a completely different fighter. And it's going to show. I've been telling y'all from the very beginning, it's going to show. It's going to show. I've been saying this from the very beginning that I think that Terrence Crawford going to beat Canelo before Terrence Crawford even envisioned himself fighting and beating Canelo. I've been saying it. When Team Crawford told me I went too far saying that he could beat Canelo Alvarez, I told you that years ago before he even fought Errol Spence. Styles make fights, and he's going to beat Canelo Alvarez. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.